Good evening. Okay, where were we? There we are. Right, so in the build up to this stream, I've been trying to think who I want to play as, because I put a poll out, as you may or may not have seen, and I had a few good ones that I sort of thought that I'd want to play and I was happy with. Unfortunately, the decision was inconclusive, so it's left up to me to decide to be the King of Sweden or the Duke of Brittany. Both pretty interesting candidates. You know, the King of Sweden is 20 years old, and he's brave and fearsome and pain in the ass, a bit like me. Although he does have obviously his brother as the heir, so I don't know if there's going to be a bit of conflict there or not. We've obviously got the other Nordic states as well to be concerned with. I'm not sure where the diplomatic. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just not sure what the diplomatic status is. And then we've got Brittany, who is, interesting because we've not got a great ruler. Although we will need to have children in order to be able to carry on the dynasty, I suppose. And threats everywhere really for Brittany. Whereas I imagine with Sweden, there's probably a bit more we can do in terms of trying to steady the ship, as it were, I guess. Probably much stronger military as well. But I think on balance, the Brittany one is going to be a bit tough. I have lived in Brittany, so I guess that's quite cool as well, to a degree. Only 1,500 soldiers, so if France decide that they want to take me on really early, we're screwed. But yeah, that's sort of where I'm going to go with this. I think I'm going to go for Brittany, and then if we get killed off early or something, I'll switch over to the King of Sweden. I can't remember what his name is now. It's Conan for Brittany, isn't it? And it's Eric II for Sweden. Be using the Mountain Blade Crusader Blade mod, so any battles will be played in Bannerlord 2, Mountain Blade Bannerlord 2, which is going to be a bit interesting. It's got because I have used it for pretty much a whole playthrough, and I found that it was quite difficult to actually use most of the time, and it's insanely difficult because you don't have your character or your skills, and I think there's a lot of work that can be done, even though I think the concept is really sound and will add a lot to a playthrough. So I think that's pretty much about it. I'm going to go with, like I say, Duke Conan Mab Allen. I don't know what the Mab is for. Must be some oldie words for something of Allen, or maybe Allen was his father. Who knows? There's a lot of that, isn't there, in that sort of medieval style of names. And yes, there we go. We'll see how it goes. I'm not. We are the head of the dynasty, but it's basically just the dynasty of Ren. So anyway, we will see. Good evening, Mr. Dave. How are you doing? A change of game. Yep, I finished. What did I do? I finished the first act of what game was I playing? Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance. And that's sort of as far as I wanted to get to. I feel like that's enough to know what we're getting into and all that sort of stuff. And it's pretty happy with it. It's a lot tougher than I remember, though, I must say. Not so much the bosses. I think they were pretty tough as well, but just the general enemies were a lot tougher than I remember. Although the puzzles were a lot easier than I remember. So there is that. Okay, so let's go with I don't know which one you voted for, by the way, Dave, but we're going with Duke Conan anyway to begin with, and then we'll see where it takes us. Oh gosh, okay. So what I'll do as I go through, because I understand that Crusader Kings 3 is perhaps not the most user-friendly time. Oh, we're not playing, are we? No. So we'll go through a few things in terms of the basics. So what we want to be looking out for, really, I guess. It's tough, but yeah, I finished the act, and then I got to the I got through the first section of the second act, I guess, or like first, introductory stage. Right, so income is obviously very important. We've got 84 gold at the minute, and that is, as you can imagine, taxes. Land taxes, vassal taxes go into that, and then you have like a cost for. It doesn't matter. To be fair, they're both good choices, so I would have been happy doing either. But like I say, I think Brittany poses more of a challenge, so we'll go for that one. And then we have expenses, and I don't know if because expenses is sort of taken out before you get the money, essentially. So the only real cost is the cost of your sort of like maintaining your armies when they're not in service, I guess. So feeding, training the men, that sort of thing is all sort of accounted for separately. Prestige. So prestige is like your fame. You can spend and gain that through various actions. It's just another form of currency, really, and the higher it is, the more sort of maybe not well thought of, but like almost like fame in a way. That one, I'm not 100% sure exactly how much further that goes. Piety, the more dedicated you are to your faith, and the higher that is, the better your relationship with the Pope, pretty much. Although you can have a negative relationship with the Pope, but then also have a very good relationship with the religion. So, there's nuances in between there. And piety will allow you to borrow money from the church, which can be pretty useful, especially if you need a good cash injection. Although getting additional piety can sometimes be quite tricky, depending on what sort of character you've got. And then we've got renown. So renown is sort of like fame, but it's family fame, and that allows you to unlock sort of permanent buffs, if you like. So in many ways, it's a bit like a roguelite game. So your children, everyone throughout the family tree will inherit the different skills and buffs, or like debuffs, I guess, if you like, that you can unlock. And there's a separate sort of tree for that, with varying categories and that sort of thing. So that's a little bit less important, I guess, for my playthrough. So I don't think I'm going to be going through. Well, I don't know. Depends how it goes, really. But yeah, sort of that only really comes into effect after you've done a good few generations. But it does. I don't know if it makes the game necessarily easier, but gives you more choices for how your dynasty will go long term. So hopefully that makes a decent amount of sense. But obviously things are normally better in practice, of course. So we've got total soldiers as well. That just basically says how many men I've got to call to arms. So 1,536. Not the best, but we have got some additionals. So you've got your levies, which are like your peasants, effectively, the fjord, if you like. And then we've got your light footmen, your bowmen, and your mangonels. They are separate, bespoke. So like your professional army, if you like, which you can upgrade, so gain more numbers. I don't know if you can improve armor and that sort of thing. I think you can give them buffs and stuff, though, from your characters, so that's quite helpful. And then you got your knights, which are like your members of your court that hopefully should be good at combat, and they sort of there to help lead your armies, and they're like your knights of the realm, effectively. And then you got a quality rating, but I don't necessarily feel as though that makes that much sense, because it starts off as decent, because most of your stuff are levies, but once you're fighting someone, let's say you're down to your last 100 men, it will then say you have superior quality troops, and that's because like your knights are still alive and most of your levies are dead, so proportionally you've got a higher quality of troops remaining. That one's a bit of a weird one for me. It doesn't really make full sense. I don't see. Maybe you might be able to get up to three chevrons if you've got a very professional army, or mercenary army potentially. And then we've got domain, so holdings, so what your ruler's personal holdings are. And as you can see there, the limit on how much you can hold depends on your skills, your title, all that sort of good stuff, and the money that you get from your personal holdings are much higher than you get from your vassals, of course. I think that's about it for that top row. So yeah, they're the things we'll be mainly focusing on in terms of what we can and can't do. So I'll go through this additional startup things to begin with. So lifestyle, so one of the 5 sort of key cornerstones of abilities in this game. You can choose to go and you level up basically just as time progresses, but you'll get key decisions to be made throughout the time. Generally, the best option is to go with one that your character is already fairly attuned to. So my guy is fairly good at stewardship, which is not a bad choice early on, because I found through playing it previously, if you can get yourself a good lump sum of money, then as you sort of go through the generations, you can use that as and when you need it. And specifically, or in this guy's case, being so close to France, having some money to be able to hire mercenaries if needed might not be the worst thing in the world. So I'm going to go with that because, like I say, I like to keep it fairly simple, especially early on, and yeah, go with what they're already strong at because they've already unlocked so many skills in that regard. So we then get to pick a focus. This doesn't matter. It doesn't affect how your points are generated, but it does give you, depending on what sort of advantages you want. So do I want a monthly income of an extra 10%? Maybe I do. Do I want +3 in stewardship when I've got 13? Yeah, maybe. Enemy agent acceptance -5, so more difficult to have people conspire against me. Courtier and guest opinion +20%, which is pretty decent, and a plus stewardship of 1. I'm going to go for well focused though. Like I say, I think that's probably the best place to start. So extra 10% in funds seems decent, and links up to what we're already doing as well. So I'm glad with that. One of the few things this guy's got going for him. He's not married. Yes, this is like one of the big things that I mentioned. There's not really an heir as such. I think I'm not sure if we die, if that means we're done for. But we're not too far. There's not much resilience in the family line, I must say. So, who do we want? So I'm guessing early on I want someone that is. Where's the filter? There we go. So I want someone that's probably got some inheritable traits, because I'm looking beyond this guy already, with to their son, or to their son preferably, because I think that probably makes more sense. I'm not really too fussed about who we're going to align with. I'm more sort of interested in what we can get in terms of inheritable traits. So it's these ones in green here are the ones that are inheritable, and these are the stats over here. So I might go for someone who is also pretty good at stewardship, I guess. That seems to make good sense to me. She's a lowborn, which is not always the best choice. It really does depend, I guess. Plus 50% fertility. Well, that would give us a... She's also greedy as well, which is, yeah, fine. I'm not going to go for... Yeah, not lowborn we'll go for, which, even though my lowborns have got better stats, maybe we'll go for something a bit different then. Maybe we can go for good learning. She's only got 10 learning, which is not great. Oh, we'll go with her. She's a lunatic. And not fertile either. Do we want to lose straight away? Yes. Oh, gosh. Okay. That's not going to help us. There's none of the traits that I really want. Now, this is a good trait, but she's 6 years old, so... Oh, we don't have time. We don't have time to wait for her to come of age. You know what? I'm not sure that the inheritable traits are even all that good. Scaly, very nice. Minus 20% fertility. Could go with the genius one, because that could help. It is inheritable as well. And she's got 20 diplomacy. You know what? She may be lowborn, but we'll lose 200. That's what I mean. you need your prestige for different things, and I'm going to lose 200 because I'm marrying someone who is lowborn, unlanded. Let's just make sure that she's not fertile in any way. She's impatient and wrathful. Impatient and forgiving. Oh, okay. Seems a bit juxtaposed, but sure, why not? Okay, let's go with that, and we'll see if she accepts. I imagine that shouldn't be too much of an issue. That's probably, I mean, it's with your +4, that sort of says to me that you're going to get that. I need to increase my relationship with the Pope, not the Pope, with my bishop. That makes sense, perfect sense. Oh, I've got the music on. Let's put the music on. I can declare war on Prince Philip. I'd rather not, thank you, but thanks for that. Who's my half-brother? No, I don't really want to marry him then, do I? For Alan of Wren. Oh, I've got a son. I already have a son. Oh, that's okay then. I don't mind if I already have a son. Why is my son not my heir? Oh, he's a bastard. That's going to cause me some issues down the line as well. Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm so sorry, my son. I guess we can make you a knight. We'll make you take the oath and something and that sort of thing. I think that's probably the best way of doing it. Oh, he's a bastard as well. God, why is everyone a bastard? Tell you what, my half-brother will be your guardian, because that makes probably sense. And we'll try and get the bishop to endorse us, because that's quite important. So while he is not happy with us, basically means that we're struggling with. We'll get a lot more money once the bishop is happy, because then the churches will either lower our contribution or they give us money. I can't remember what it is now. Everyone else likes me, so that's good. I need to decide what I'm gonna do, because yeah, part of me is thinking wait for war to break out between France and England maybe, and then sort of play the sides. That might be the best way to go. But anyway, we'll kick it off. I'll go for slow speed just to start off with. So this down here denotes green if we're going, obviously, red if we're not, and then what sort of speed we're going at. And there we go. So I've got my wife now, which will be quite good for us to get some kiddies going. My guy probably would like to collect the gold from the people, so we'll go with that. I'll try and play people how their sort of skills and stuff dictate. But a lot of the times the game will punish you if you go away from sort of these are like their non-negotiables, sort of. And then you gain something called stress, but that will definitely be an impact in a bit, and we don't need to worry about that too much at the minute. Here's our military tab, so it shows us who our knights are, and what sort of power level they are. Lots of mine are very, very low on the old. They're rubbish. Maybe my spy master shouldn't be a knight. Maybe my steward shouldn't be a knight either. My half-brother can be. I think my son, my bastard son, will eventually be as well. And this guy looks pretty good. He doesn't like me very much at the minute, but he's a giant. Wow, okay. He actually probably make quite a good knight. How much do you want, though? I mean, that's the... Oh, 10 gold. Oh, you know what? Go on, then. You can join. And I will force you to be my knight, Mr. Giant. Very good. Okay, so because I've started an intrigue with my bishop, which is down here, this little rose. My scheme is to become friendly with him, and throughout the course of time, as we attempt to do that, sort of off camera, if you like, we then get these pop-ups where we get to make decisions, and then we, it says what's likely to happen. So I can make him laughingstock, or I can act pious, which will gain me stress because I'm cynical, but it will increase his opinion of me by 20, which pushes us over the threshold, so then we'll start getting money from the church. Whereas I'm a bit concerned that this might backfire. As much as it would be nice to gain trickster for 10 years and all that sort of stuff, it's not going to do me any good. And the sooner I can get that up, the more money I'll get. So I'm going to increase my stress by 20. I think it's probably worth it for now. Stress meter is down here. Every 100 we have a mental breakdown, which can very easily lead to some disastrous situations. Like I say, we'll see how that goes. But this should mean now, there we go, he's plus 13, and my wife can help me with one of the skills. So because she's quite a good diplomat, I'm going to have her help with court politics. So that will help probably what we're doing. We're doing foreign affairs at the minute, I think. So that's fine. Organise levies. I'm going to go for trained commanders. I think that probably makes a bit more sense. And I've got a little bit of money. I'll see what's going on in my castle, because it might be a case of, what am I doing wrong? Okay, there we go. So you also get buildings in your castle as well, but I mean, now they're expensive. I don't have 300 gold. Oh, okay, that's fine. We can do one of the the smaller ones are so expensive. The issue is, though, that the earlier you start building these sort of things, the better. So plus 0.3 tax a month. I mean, that will very quickly, over the course of many people's lifetimes, pay me back. Pastoral lands is 0.2, 0.2. Although having a trade port is better long term, because we can get some pretty decent ones going forward. So I might do that, even though it's going to cost me a lot of money. Okay, yeah. It takes about 2 years to build it, which is fine. Fine by me. No problem. And I might speed up a little bit while we're now in this early stage. Hopefully we get a pop-up telling me that we're having a child at some point. That would be nice. And we'll keep an eye on England, because I know that at some point England goes into... well, yeah, we all know what happened in 1066, so we'll see. We'll see what happens here. This looks like it's contested, I think. Yeah, I can't tell, because I'm not over there. But we'll see. Oh, I've got different realize I had this little bit over here as well. Seems like it's ripe for the picking, though, that one. The issue is, which wouldn't be such a problem with Sweden, is that there's this little county here, County of Dahl, which is, yeah, only 630. Pretty ripe for the taking if I decided to go to war here. Unless I decide I want to attack Wales, which would be quite funny, I must admit. Even though I'm not sure what alliances they've got. They're pretty strong though. Still got like 1,000 men, 1,500 men. Yeah, there was a faction created against me. Oh gosh, okay. So we've got a bit of intrigue going on now. Where is it? Oh, here. So my uncle, steward and vassal has decided that he would like oh yes, my wife is pregnant. He would like who to be on the throne? Who do you want to be on the throne? Oh, you want to be on the throne. Okay. Alright, fine, whatever. You know what, if that's what he wants, I can't stop him. So I could stop him actually. Could try and kill him, but then I'll lose my steward. Yeah, it's a fine balancing act sometimes. Maybe I could create another man at arms. What have we got? How much is it for horses? Oh, horses are quite expensive. Just thinking it might be... Okay. I'm just thinking it might be quite nice to have... like a unit of horses if we do have to go to war. I'm not sure. Not sure how he's going to really get... how he's going to reach the threshold against me. But it might just be prudent. Yeah, because it'll take a while. You know what? If I've got this money, if I'm going to be money-orientated leader, I may as well get spending. So I've got a claim on the Duchy of Normandy. Nice. A fair, like a decent portion of France there. My wife is pregnant. Very good. Oh, we have a son. Very nice. We can choose. So it gives you like a few options if you can't think of a name, I suppose, to cycle through. You can also sort of name it after yourself, after your dad. Oh, there you go. My dad was Alden. There you go. That makes sense. Or there's like examples of Breton names, Catholic names, and then any names throughout your family line. So, because it is a boy, and obviously it's something I end up doing all the time now, but we're going to have Dave. So he will grow up to be a wise ruler, and also he is now my heir. So that is very good. And I don't know if he inherited the trait genius or not, but let's hope that he did. Although, I don't know if you can tell, maybe you can't tell this early on, if they have or haven't, because there's nothing in there, but we'll see. Don't know if I have a second son, what I would call him. Dave 2. The Davening. No, I don't know. But, yeah, we'll see how he does. Hopefully he doesn't suffer a horrific death. I'll get some sort of weird exotic disease, which can happen. So the decisions menu is like your buffet cart for things you can do if you have enough currency to do them. So lots of things you can do. I've got a relatively small pool of decisions here, but I think they do grow depending on what is possible, what isn't possible. So I can send a summons out across the land to have men with high prowess come and join my kingdom potentially. I can send out another summons for people who have claims on different parts of the country. I can then, try and gain money from my subjects and go on a pilgrimage to God. That's very expensive to do that. I can host a feast. Once again, quite expensive. Call a hunt as well. So feast and hunt potentially can lower your stress levels depending on how your character is. Some characters like to be very sociable and host a feast, and some characters like to go hunting and all that sort of stuff. And then if we need a court physician, which is usually quite prudent, but they are quite expensive. So more for the old age, or if if a disease comes, then that's usually when you would do that. So yeah, that's all that in a minute. Okay, and I've gained a perk so I can pick up one of these for my lifestyle. So because I'm quite close to the trait down here, I'm going to see what the trait is before I commit to it. Okay, yeah, plus 15% holding taxes and plus 2 stewardship. So I will do that. I'll head towards that first, and then I'll pick one of these other trees. Architect would be pretty good, but not sure if we'll get to that one necessarily. So the harbour's been constructed, which is not made too much of a difference on my income, but that paired with the church holdings, paired with the wealth focus, not too bad. I've gone from like 4.2-ish to 6.6 since we started. And obviously it takes a while to gain a load of money, and then when you're at war it's nigh on impossible. Oh, she's pregnant again. God, you've done your duty now. Oh, heir and a spare though, isn't it, I suppose. So, how's my bastard son doing? Here he is. Ask him to take the vows and join the clergy. I'm missing piety. Damn. Commander promoted. Okay. My marshal, Count Morven, has been showing off a promising new recruit. He may not be of as noble stock as you, my liege, but on my name I swear that... You're going to have to change your name. It's someone you would want on your side. Okay. Yep, fair enough. He can join. Why not? With my pool of knights, yeah, it's never a bad thing, I think, to have more at least decent fighters. So total soldiers got up by 200 as well now. Very nice. To keep this guy off my back anyway for a bit. He's 70 years old. Like, I don't know what he's hoping to gain, really. Well, I know he's hoping to gain, but don't know how successful he would be. There you go. Anyway, Bertha has decided that her time in Gwynedd has come to an end. The servants have packed her chest and she's said her farewells. So this is one of the, what's it called? Like claimants. So she will have a claim on. Well, she has a claim on a lot of places actually, but you know, that's whether you want to press those claims or not, and they will generally stick around and you press the claim on their behalf and they become your vassal and you gain more land. I'm not really in a situation where I can like press her claim in a year's time because I can't go to war with the King of France. So I'm going to have to say goodbye to her and let her go. Or I could lie and say, yeah, we will, and then not. But anyway. Exercise in meditation. When raised voices reach me yet again, I quench my instinct and turn on my heel. The constant bickering of my vassals. This guy who wants to be king, or duke, and this guy who is my brother-in-law and chancellor. Oh, I think my guy would probably have a good relationship with his chancellor. Anyone who could do that job, he's probably pretty happy with, I imagine. Something must be done. I can either treat the situation as an exercise in meditation, or eavesdrop and approach one of them with my sympathies afterwards. Try to see them make sense. They will both lose 10 opinion of me. Yep, that could help. Or I talk bad behind one or both of their backs. I think I may go with the first one, because that would potentially, if it does work, I get a plus 100 points to my stewardship. I don't think it's going to come off because I've got more chance of failing it than succeeding. Oh, okay, it worked. Very good. Happy with that. That will help us out no end. I think, are the English? Yeah, the English and the French are definitely at war. That's what these lines must mean then, I guess. The French have taken those from England, although the English forces, are also attacking France as well. Maybe I could go after Ireland. When I was testing this out, I spent a lot of time fighting Ireland, so that's quite interesting. From what I remember, I think these guys might be all on their lonesome, although it's then a matter of trying to get a claim on the land, which is, of course, the more difficult side of things. What? I've had twins. I've had two sons. Oh, sorry, a son and daughter. Gosh. Okay. I will name my boy after my father, Alan, and I will name my daughter after my wife. There we go. It's very nice, isn't it? And we'll see if I can stake a claim on these guys over here. No, it's going to be difficult. So through our council, it's going to be very expensive though. I guarantee you that we can fabricate a claim. So my bishop will forge some paperwork that says that my great grandfather was the Duke of Desmond, or the Earl of Desmond's fourth niece's nephew's brother's daughter's dog's sister's son, and that will give me a claim on that particular bit of land, and then we can have a war, should we desire. Only because I've got nothing else to do. Whereas otherwise I'll just be sitting here for a very long time. My 4 children in tow, very good. I still can't get him to... So, the other thing... I'm not going to legitimize him, but the other thing we could do is I could marry him off to someone, because obviously he's my son, so I could get to choose who he marries. I could try and marry him off to someone who is infertile, which is a pretty good idea. Unless he, of course, has bastards of his own. But anyway, yeah, marry him off to someone who's infertile, and then that way... I don't think anyone wants to marry my son. That could actually be the case. Okay, I would have to... No, I did that wrong, didn't it? There we go, my son, and then... Oh, yeah. I don't have anyone for him to marry that is already in my court. I think that's the problem. No. Okay, well. Sorry, son. You are not getting married anytime soon, unfortunately. If you can be good at fighting, though, you can be a knight. That's for certain. He's only 13, I'll let him off for a bit. But yeah, make him a knight. If he dies in battle, then it is a shame. Why is she pregnant again? Can you stop? We've got enough children. This will only cause me issues down the line. So you need to stop. I've got 3 kids, heir spare, and then a backup daughter, unfortunately, which is sort of how that goes. You're meant to be lazy. Actually, yeah. The less said about the less said about that, the better. Well, have any of my children gained the trait genius? Oh, Alan has, my son. My daughter didn't though, and nor did Dave. Sorry, Dave, you might be my player rare, but you're not a genius. Not as good as Alan. Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad, Dave. I'm so sorry. Some of the councillors believe job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. I expect results, yet I am often disappointed. After a long day, I'm complaining to Heloise when she interrupts me. Let me do something about it, husband. A few lessons might sharpen their wits. Because she is an exceptional lady in terms of being a genius. But I don't want to upset her too much. I guess I might as well upset my steward anyway because he's a pain in the ass. And it wants to lead rather than me, although I think, like I say, he's going to struggle with that now, I think. You're going to push Alan out of a window. Yeah, I mean, you might have to. I mean, look at their skills. You got 0, 1, 2, 1, 0. And then Alan, 6, 5, 6, 6, 6. And he's only 1. And you're 2, probably. Yeah, you're 2. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to find you a spouse yet, though. I think that's probably a little bit too early for now, because we don't know what the world situation will be like in 12, 13, 14 years' time. Oh, my son and heir, Dave, is an unusually calm child. When others play their wild games, Dave often withdraws to some silent corner. He does not speak a lot, but I can tell he's always thinking about something. Yep, okay. Dave of Ren gains the trait Pensive. +1 Steward and +1 Learning. Hello, Evac Craft. How's it going? Not a lot is up. But thank you for the follow. So there you go. +1 Steward, +1 Learning. There you go. You've almost doubled all your skills, Dave. You're well on your way. Pensive isn't a bad thing, though, I don't think. Oh, what? What? My wife's dead, is she? Oh, no. The midwife finally exits the birth chamber with a softly crying bundle in her arms. Relief washes over me. Then I see a look on her face. I'm so sorry, my lord. Lady Heloise. Words fail her, but the tone in her voice says it all. One life has been extinguished, but a new one has just begun. Oh, well. My stress is going to go up by 20. That doesn't seem like that much for your wife dying, but I guess I will name my third son after I don't know if I should be after myself, actually. Well, I don't know. Might call him Frank, I think, but with a C rather than a K, not Frack. You know, because it's a bit like France. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit disappointed that my wife's dead because she was pretty good. Okay, well, I'm going to pause for now, I think, and we will, get my next skill. Sell titles. I don't know if that's really not something I would do. Gold in exchange for prestige. I'm not going to be doing that. So we'll find him another wife for the second time today. I will do the whole thing though of trying to find him someone that's infertile, because it's not really going to help us too much now. We've got enough kids. Yeah, it solves the problem of no more kids, but I'll go with someone who's probably someone who's good at stewardship, I think, because like I say, I want to try and prioritise that if I can. She doesn't really like me very much. But there's nothing really wrong with her. 22 stewardship is pretty decent. I'll lose 200 prestige, that's fine. Okay. Go on then, we'll have a new wife. I've had my children now. She looks angry, look at her. Sorry, kids. Okay. She'll be fine though, because she can help us out with stewardship plus 11. Especially as my steward hates me. Hate me even more now. But yes, we're all bothered about that income. 7.7 now. Pretty decent. I'm trying to think what I should prioritise my money on next. Maybe another building, because these things take ages to come to, to bear fruits. I don't know if it's worth going for more levies. I just think more gold is probably better. What holdings do I have? I got this castle over here as well. So I might... Oh, okay, yeah, we'll go for forestry, because that will help our construction time. It's only 100 gold as well, which not as big of an outlay. Still got way more than when I started, which is good. Sinful Archbishop exposed. You gain 100 gold. Good job, steward. The windfall in additional taxes, and lose 45 stress. All of a sudden, he doesn't care that he lost his wife now. Oh, the petty king of Munster has taken over Desmond. Well, I thought that might happen at some point. Okay, well, in that case, there's no point in you doing that anymore. Heresy has announced to the world he is converted to iconoclasm. Iconoclasm? Something like that. I'm not going to convert, because then the Pope will be very angry at me. And it will give Prince Philippe of France reason to go to war with me. So I'm going to go for Lannister then. And we'll see how it goes. 3 years for that one though. And they've got like 900-ish men. Don't know who they're allied with. Maybe Dublin or Sorry, I think. Anyway. God, lots of people have joined. It's just like an offshoot of the Christianic faith by the looks of it. Okay. I appreciate the thought, evac craft. It's not something I'm looking to do at the minute, though. But I'm pretty happy with most of it for now. But I appreciate the offer. Duchy of Anjou would be a nice one to have. Unfortunately, I just can't get any of them without not going to war with France. How many winners he got? Yeah, okay. Like 5 times mine. Well, plus whatever allies he's got. Well, then mine has gone up pretty substantially. 85 gold, that seems like a lot. Go on then. It's expensive, but worthwhile. And having horses is something a little bit extra. Helps out with the battles as well. Having the horses gives you a bit more versatility. Yeah, no problem at all. Thanks for that. He doesn't want to be friends with me, does he? So maybe I'll end that. I need to make friends with my wife. Okay, so I'm going to end my sway with the bishop. He likes me already anyway, so that's fine. And instead, I'm going to go with Crested Dwarf. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to try and sway my own wife. Very good. And we'll see if she decides that she likes me or not. An eager reveller. Okay. Very good. She likes a good feast then, does she? Although, Midas Touch, not bad at all. They both like money, so it should be fine. Plenty of gold. Oh, look at that. Dublin have taken it over already. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Alan of Wren has gained the trait. Gosh, a tough soldier. In that case, you will make a fine addition as a knight. Okay, yep, sorted. 2 family members can get married, my half-brother and my son. So I'll see if I can find someone again that's infertile. Probably makes the most sense. She's a genius as well. Will he be able to... Yeah, go on then, that's fine. Ah, my son can actually get married now. Very nice. And someone I can make a friendship with. A Duchy of Northumbria? A Duchy of somewhere I've never heard of before. In Poland, looks like. Yes, okay. That's a little bit... it's a little bit far away. So we'll say no to that one for now. The Earldom of... She's 76. I think it would help Alan if he had an older one. And he will gain 400 prestige because he's marrying a close relative of King Harold. Go on then. I sort of feel a bit sorry for him. Yeah, okay, go on then, he can join me. One of my mother's old acquaintances, Eudis? Oh gosh, yeah. Arrived at court at her invitation. My mother makes no end of hinting at the good influence she could exert on the realm should offers a position at court. I mean, I'm probably not going to give her a position at court, but... sorry. But yeah, you can join. Well, not the council, sorry. At least, anyway. My spy master is not great, but he is a powerful vassal, and therefore will not be denied. You might as well cancel the Earldom of Lannister, because no point me trying to go for that one. Oh, gosh, okay. It's becoming more and more difficult. What about the Isle of Man? Are you linked with anyone? Okay. Go on then, we'll go for the Isle of Man. Might be quite expensive because of how far away we are. Generally, if you're closer and makes more sense, then it's pretty easy. If not, I guess we'll have to turn to Spain. Which I'm not all that thrilled about, because these guys are big. How's he only got 457 men? He's an insane zealot as well. Maybe we'll go after Spain if this doesn't work. Here we go. I've received a missive from King Philip of France that my uncle has requested as support in a plot against me. There is nothing more I value more than loyalty. The King of France? We're friends, are we? I thought we were at war. Or, we're going to be at war. Huh. Okay, well. Fair enough. Okay, do I imprison my steward? That's the big one. He's guilty and I'll publicly accuse him. Or do I think the king can't be trusted? Oh, I don't know, this is a difficult one. Because he's not going to end the plot. And he is quite old. He's 74. So I have to think, am I fussed about his plot? Is it worth breaking relationships with the rest of his family? Because they don't actually hate me. It's just really him that's the odd one out here. Oh, I don't know. It's tough, and he is a good steward as well. I guess we'll go for confront rather than publicly out him. I think that probably makes the most sense. When I present King Philip's letter, I met with confusion, then anger. You believe his word over mine. Have I not always been a loyal servant? But I know that he is. Look, I know he's raised a faction against me. So it's not a secret, right? Gosh. I don't know what to do. I spend 150 prestige. That's not great by any stretch. Insincere apology. I gain distrustful vassals for 10 years. Ugh. That's not great. Okay, well, hopefully we do public expression of gratitude. I didn't. Right, fine. Lovely. Brilliant. That did not go well. My guy's not good at intrigue. Well, is what it is. Everyone else still likes me, so I'll just go with that. And now we can get our main big trait for this for this tree anyway, which is good. Yep, happy with that. This leads just showing that they are less than perfect faith in their vassal service. Tough sell. Right, how are you doing, Mr. Bishop? How much money is that going to cost me to fabricate that claim? My cousin Alan again. Oh no, different Alan. Was taken prisoner by King Harold of England. That's why I don't like me much anyway. Oh, okay. My cousin is a vassal of the Duke of Normandy. Let him rot. He's wounded, scarred. Brave and greedy. Brave and greedy. I've been corresponding with your Chancellor, Count Hoel, and I must say I've come to see you in a new light. Perhaps you are even one that I would one day call my friend. Plus 30 relationships. Ah. Okay. Well, the King of France has decided he would like to be friends. That suits me, I suppose. Okay, disrupt schemes. Well, yeah, that's fine because we've got a scheme at the minute. A faction targeting you is disbanded because my Chancellor is dead. Okay, so now his son is going to take over, and who is not good at being a Chancellor. At being a steward. He is good at being a... Gosh, am I going to have to swap these guys over, am I? That's the problem. When you get, like, poor vassals and you're forced to make a decision where... Never mind. Anyway, we'll give him a position he's happy with us now. He's in something that he's good at. Obviously, my wife can help with stewarding. So, it's just less gold. That is the issue. Online strips without clothing. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's sort of how it goes. Yeah, lovely. Right. Okay. Dave gets a guardian. You know what? I think I'm going to be your guardian. I reckon. That probably makes the most sense. I reckon. What is going on? I'm surprised that's allowed, to be honest. But there you go. Right, Dave. Yes, I don't know if my guy is necessarily the best bet to be a guardian, but gives me the choices anyway, so that's fine. Knight became Blade Master Conan of Ren. Isn't that me? Oh no, Conan of Ren. Is that my dad? No, he's not. Never bastard. So anyway, yeah, it's fine. He can be the Blade Master. No worries. Focus recruitment plus 25 levy. Oh wow. Okay, I got 2,000 men now. Not bad. Right, well, let's carry on. I head to normal speed, I think. Hopefully, this claim on the Isle of Man is not too expensive. 425 gold. Might be time to invest in a new building, then maybe like a barracks. Barracks or military camp. Yeah, okay, we'll have barracks. That will do. 18 months left. How old is my guy? 42. Oh yeah, there's that guy that my mum brought to court, isn't it? He has got a claim over... Has he got a claim? Oh, champagne. No, okay. Buy them. In a bit. I hope the Isle of Man aren't tied to Scotland. That would be a royal pain. We'll have to see. Oh, I don't know if I need anyone else. How good is he? Oh, he is pretty good. Only 11 prowess, though. Okay, fine, he can join. Just concerned because I only have 6 knights. I did have one ruler at one point, at like 11 or 12. Does help out, of course, but they're so small in numbers that I'm never really going to fully turn the tide of a battle or anything. My guy is 0 prowess. Although it's not his job. His job is to make money. Holy Site. I wonder what that is about. Holy Site, Rome. Holy Site is a county which contains a place of religious significance to a faith. Holy Sites held by a character of the correct. How does my guy... What, my guy owns Rome? Or he owns a building in Rome? Or something? That's bizarre. Anyway. That's what it is, I suppose. My own wife. Ah, okay. My son Alan. I guess I'll be the guardian as well. Oh wait, Alan is a genius. Maybe you need someone... Maybe you need someone who's... No. Yeah, I could go with someone who's intelligent, even though he's a sadist and lustful. Oh gosh, that may not be a bad idea. Yeah, no, maybe not. Okay, yeah, me then. My daughter. Yeah, my wife can look after her, which may be a bit weird, but cool. Many months have passed since the lords and ladies of the realm gathered for a feast, my duke. Count Morvan brutishly continues. It would benefit you not to mention those among us who appreciate a good feast. If this was remedied soon, I'm sure I'll get round to it eventually, because I'm lazy and greedy. Yeah. I mean, he does like... Oh, that will force him to not like me. That's my marshal. But anyway, we'll say no for now. Sorry, Marshal. But my guy is lazy, just doesn't want to host a feast, and also it's too expensive, so no. What's going on here? Duke of Normandy is fighting the Count of Rouen. That's the thing, like any kingdom, underneath the king, the counties will still go to war with each other. Whereas if I go to war with one of the counties, the King of France will obviously not take too kindly to that, and he will back up with his full force. Only 1 month away. Maybe we'll see a battle in this stream. That would be nice. The carps. If it is a pond for the carps you're interested in, I can build you a terrific one, my lord. 55 gold. But I do get a magnificent fish pond. Or I could use my incredible stewardship skills and do it for 30 gold. Go on then, we'll do that. Yes, lovely. It worked. I mean, it should have worked. We had like 94 or 95% chance of it working, so yeah. Construction cost -5. Oh, I'll go for tax, man. Yeah. More taxes, please. Didn't really help. Never mind. Ideally, you want to be in a position where you can go to war, and this number is not minus. How much is it going to cost me? 70. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, I knew it would be expensive. Right, Mr. Lord of the Isle of Man, I want to declare war on you, please. Their military strength is vastly inferior to ours. Very good. Oh. And it will cost me 125 prestige. Should I declare it in August, or should I wait until spring? Because I'm going to have to travel across the channel. Okay, no, we'll go. It doesn't take too long to declare to raise my forces. Raise all armies. And once you are raised, we will head off. It costs us a bit to get on a boat. Boats are quite expensive. Still plus 1.6, which is just what we want to see, because that means I'm still gaining money even while I am at war, which is pretty good. Oh, I'm losing money while I'm on a boat, though. Understandable. And we can call our ally, what bit is? Might be this section down here, to join us in war. There's only got like 600 or so men. I'm not really too fussed about that at the minute, so see how it goes. He's raised all his levies, and can we have the battle? No, it's not showing up. Okay. Why are you not showing up? Ah, there we go. So it just had to initiate. I mean, it will obviously be a total wipe, but gosh, I mean, this is the whole reason I downloaded this mod, isn't it? So I may have to manually switch over games, but I'll wait and see what happens. I think actually I definitely will have to switch over. Oh no. I didn't save either, did I? Darn it. No. Okay. Oh, so the Bannerlord's crashed, of course, unfortunately. So I'm going to see if Crusader Kings 3 decides that it wants to recover itself. I don't know whether it'll maybe throw us back in to the map. I'm not convinced. That's disappointing. Let me have a look what happened. Oh, it might have been. Might have been the. Oh no, I don't think any of the mods are active, but I have to check to make sure none of the mods are on. That is a shame. Yeah, not responding still. Okay. Oh, that is a pain in the backside. What do you reckon the chances are that it auto-saved it at any time before before that battle? I'm going to go with probably quite low. Okay, yeah. So there's no mods even on. We'll try again. We'll beat it back up. See what happens. Be pretty annoying if that's the end of it, but. Okay. Alright, so saved it at the start of the year. Dave, look at you. Which is not bad. I guess I should have saved it beforehand. I didn't think. My children like guardians. Okay, well, he's going to be mine. Wait, who's it? Alan. Wait, no, I'm going to... Oh, no, I did. I choose my... I chose my daughter. Okay, well, my wife can look after Alan then. Even though they're not her children. I'm sure it'll be fine. Be fine. Right, so I don't know what happened in the in-between last time. But I think we'll be okay. Okay, so that's being built. Can I upgrade? Can upgrade the logging camps. Seems like not a terrible idea. So minus 5% construction time. It's 150 gold. Yeah, we'll go for that. Not going to help us out in this next battle, but we'll see. Right, might speed up a little bit. There's not that much is going to happen between now and August. Ah, yes, very good. We'll get the taxman perk for more taxes. Yes, we will have the claim on the Isle of Man, and then we'll go a bit earlier, I think, rather than waiting. So 125. Yep, that's fine. I will save. Oh, I don't know what autosave is, but that'd probably be quite useful. Raise all my armies, and then we will try again. And I'll save just before we land, so that so I can try Bannerlord again, and this time I won't try and tab out. I'll let it hopefully fully load first. Right, let's speed this up a little bit. When does it say we're going to get there? 13th of October. Gosh, it's a long trip. I mean, I've never gone from Van to the Isle of Man on a sailboat, to be fair. So I imagine it's probably actually quite reasonable. All right, I'll save it now. And then, oh gosh. That was a good catch. Oh. I will win decisively. I should bloody hope so as well. I got over 3 times the amount of men for a start. Right, come on then. Okay. Oh, right. Well, maybe now is a good time to call it. And before I stream this again, I can make sure it works, and then we'll start off the next one with a battle. Because maybe I just need to update the version, because I did download a new version of Crusader Blade before I started. You know, I don't know if that's one of the issues. Could be. Who knows? It's possible. I'm a bit white in this camera for some reason. This camera view. Yeah, the colours are a bit bizarre, but anyway. Yeah, that's probably the best way to go about it. I'll update Bannerlord. I'll make sure that Bannerlord's updated. I'll make sure that Crusader Kings 3 is updated. So that's about all I can do, really, and we'll go from there. I'm a bit disappointed though, and admittedly, I should have checked it ahead of time. I only got myself to blame for that one. I thought just downloading the new version of Crusader Blade would help, but only to a certain degree, I suppose. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you've well, I don't know if you can say you enjoyed that, because it was pretty slow paced, to be fair, but I find it quite enjoyable, and I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.